Hi, welcome to the BoshNRoll channel. I'm your host, Brian Koval. Before we get started, make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. If you want to see me play your favorite deck or your spicy brew on the channel, I take donation deck lists. I'll do a deck tech, play a full Magic Online League, and help tune your list. If that sounds good, check out my contact info. It's in the video description below. Now let's go play some Magic.
Hello and welcome back to the BoshNRoll channel. Today I'm playing Legacy, and this is a Patreon deck list from Patreon subscriber Chris. And Chris has given me Bug Doomsday. So this is the second time a donation list has included a Doomsday combo, and what that means it's the second time I've ever played Doomsday in my life. So probably going to make some mistakes. Get used to the idea now. Please be gentle in the chat, but let me know where I could have done better, but take it easy. But that said, so this is a pretty normal Doomsday deck. In the first row, the second row here, the first half of the third row, and then we have Leovold and Uro. So my immediate just question from a deck building coherency standpoint is, what do Uro and Leovold do for the deck? And usually if you see something like Uro in a combo deck, like I played a show and tell deck with an Uro last week, and it made sense because like you go for the show and tell, it doesn't work, then you have Uro, or vice versa, they waste resources on Uro, then you have show and tell. But show and tell doesn't exile your library when it resolves. So Doomsday, it's not like you can go for it, oh, it didn't work, alright, I'll just be Uro. Like, if they let Doomsday resolve and then fight over the pile, Uro is useless. So I'm going to be watching carefully for how useful these bug cards are. And then the sideboard doesn't really fully transform, so it's not like I can cut the Doomsdays and just be bug control after board. So there's going to be a little push and pull there. It'll be interesting, the games where we have the option to go Uro early or just resolve an early Doomsday, and what that looks like. Do you just sculpt forever with Uro until your Doomsday's untouchable? Do you just go for speed? I do feel like Personal Tutor and Uro Titan of Nature's Wrath are not cards that generally want to coexist in the same deck. All of that said, I am excited to try this deck. Being forced out of your comfort zone is a good thing to grow as a player and a human being in general. So we're going to play some Doomsday. And for those of you who aren't familiar, Doomsday is a crazy Magic card. Black, black, black sorcery. Search your library and graveyard for 5 cards and exile the rest. Put the chosen cards on top of your library in any order. You lose half your life rounded up. So basically, stack your deck. It's perfect, but you better win with those cards because you just lost half your life and the rest of your deck is gone. So very powerful, very interesting card. Basically, what you try to do is set up your top 5 cards so you can draw them all and cast Thassa's Oracle in the same turn. Like, you can set up a turn 2 win with just a really aggressive pile, Lion's Eye Diamond, Ideas Unbound, Thassa's Oracle, and a Cycler. Gets your deck empty with mana floating. Or you can, if your Doomsday resolves a little later and you have extra mana laying around, you can sneak a Duress or a Thoughtseize into the pile, or protect it with Force of Will. So it gets interesting, and to be a really proficient Doomsday player, you basically have to memorize like dozens of different piles that could be correct in specific situations. And then you also have to be able to make up new piles based on situations you haven't seen before. So I'm going to be rusty with that, but it's okay. We're going to do it anyway. Let's go play some Doomsday. I'm on the draw in round 1. This hand is pretty awkward and bad. Like, you don't really want Edge of Autumn or Lion's Eye Diamond around until it's time to go off. Those both belong in the final Doomsday pile, and these 2 Uros with no way to get them into play. Personal Tutor, like, I don't even have a Dark Ritual to tutor for Doomsday with. Like, this is a mulligan. Alright, this is a hand. So I already have Doomsday, which means I can bin the Personal Tutor when I keep, and I can just sculpt this hand. So between the Strix and the Leovold, I'm going to be able to bluff that I'm something different for quite a while. And then hopefully we just pivot into Doomsday when the shields are down. But Once Upon a Time decks could just bring the ruckus a lot faster than I'm ready for. This could be Elves or Eldrazi. And those decks can combo or overrun you very quickly, respectively. And my hand is not very good at reacting to that. I have a Brainstorm, but I can't Brainstorm and Strix in a meaningful way. Walking Ballista. Oh no. Okay, so serious question here. Do I concede? The Sorcerer Spyglass will name Polluted Delta. I'll have no mana sources, and they'll get to see that I'm Doomsday. There's a lot at stake here. Wow. That's bad. Let me look at my deck here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 live draws in my whole deck to cast this Brainstorm, and I have no way to remove the Spyglass once it's there. I'm actually just going to concede. Alright, yeah. Yeah, okay, that was bad. That was so bad. If I was any sort of fair deck, like if I was playing like Miracles or one of my Shark decks or whatever, and they just like hit my two Flooded Strands, I would still play because there's not a big secret to protect, but them not knowing I'm Doomsday is a big deal. Right now they're over there like, okay, what deck would concede to a turn 1 Sorcerer Spyglass? Alright, so they are Eldrazi or some sort of artifact stompy deck. So Abrupt Decay and Consign, return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Don't worry about the back half, it's not going to come up. But these 3 cards will remove something like Chalice of the Void or Null Rod or whatever it is they have that's going to mess with me. Veil of Summer basically has no text. I guess the one thing Veil of Summer can do, I'm not going to bring it in, I'm just, for the sake of covering all my bases, if they have Chalice of the Void on 3, I can Veil of Summer and then resolve Doomsday through the Chalice, but that's not a real plan, I'm just saying, it's a thing. So, Force of Negation, I have to assume, is 4 matchups that have Hateful Permanents, like, or combo mirrors. Right, so what am I doing here? Duress, I don't think is going to be super important because they're not going to have counter spells. Everything that they're going to do to interact with me is going to be in play. I can ship that. Daze also, I think, is not going to be super important. So this is affecting my blue card count pretty hard. Like maybe Daze in game 3 where they know what I'm doing, but if I'm just trying to Doomsday them this game. I want some number of days, or do I just ship them all? And I can bring in the forces to counter the Hateful Permanents, because like they have fast mana, like, and Daze sets me back, so I think I want to do this. Ugh. Normally I would want Plague Engineer against an Eldrazi kind of deck, just being a Death Touch creature to interact with their board matters a lot. Alright, I'll keep this. So Personal Tutor can get Doomsday, Edge of Autumn, discard spells, and Ideas Unbound, and Ponder. So I'm not gonna come out of the gates with this Personal Tutor. Like, I think I probably want a Personal Tutor next turn when I can use Brainstorm to get the Doomsday. Oh wait, no, I have turn 2 Doomsday with this Lotus Petal. though if they see that, what happens? Like, that could affect, like, if they have Sorcerer's Spyglass, they can name the fetch land I didn't play on turn 1. Like, if they just see Doomsday coming, if I personal tutor on turn 1, they can see it coming, then Spyglass is, like, quote-unquote lethal. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna play my land and pass. And the other question is, should I play Lotus Petal? Like, are they gonna Chalice on 0? And having seen 0 cards out of my deck because I conceded, I don't think so. And I don't think Chalice on 0 is that great against Doomsday anyway. Chalice on 1 is much better. Oh, a forest? What are they doing over there? They just kill me with Sorcerer's Spyglass and then have a forest? They have no respect for me at all. Okay, so I can brainstorm and then personal tutor to shuffle the brainstorm. Or I can brainstorm, fetch, personal tutor. That exposes me to Wasteland. Except I have a 3rd land now, so it mostly doesn't. Alright, I'm gonna go for a brainstorm. Alright, so decay is nice. Bayou is a source of black mana that they can't Spyglass. So if I put back, I think some number of these lands are going back. I guess Delta and Cavern. Like, I have a lot of mana here. So another C, and I'm just gonna go put the Doomsday on top. Alright, the jig is up. Alright, let's see how this goes. This is interesting, because even if they do something to mess with me, I do have Uro right now. I also have Abrupt Decay available. What did they name? Construct. Oh, is this Walking Ballista? Or are they some sort of Construct tribal? It's scary times. Okay, we played around this beautifully this game. I got rid of all my fetch lands, kept the Bayou instead of the Delta. This did work out the way I wanted. Let's see if it's good enough. So, awkwardly, if I had cast Ponder last turn and kept Brainstorm, I would be able to win right now. But I didn't do that. So, what should my pile look like? I think, well, I'm holding Abrupt Decay, so that gives me a lot of maneuverability, like if they plan for something. So the Petal Ponder gives me a lot of agency to make maneuvers right now. So let's pretend for a second that I have a whole extra mana and cards to draw. I don't think anything changes, actually. So if I put the... Yeah, Brainstorm would give me a win right now if I could change more than one card in my hand, but I need to get LED, Ideas Unbound, and a Cycler into my hand to win right now with no extra mana. Alright, so I guess I'm just going to Doomsday. And I'll go for a pretty normal pile, I guess, of... So Ideas Unbound has to go in. Oracle definitely goes in. Oracle. Lion's Eye Diamond. Oh wait, I don't actually need LED because I have all these lands. LED is for the speed kill. So Oracle, Ideas Unbound is required. Street Wraith is something I want. That's what did they name with that? Oh, they named Street Wraith, so I want Edge of Autumn. Good thing I checked, because they actually did name something really smart. So Edge of Autumn. I think I have room for a Duress. I'm already holding Abrupt Decay, so I'm not worried about that. Or Thoughtseize. I boarded out the Duress, but... Did I board out Thoughtseize too? Why don't I see it? Oh, there it is, okay. Thoughtseize and I think Cavern of Souls is a reasonable get here. Okay, so I want Thoughtseize on the bottom, because that's the least important one. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, okay. I have to say okay to the cards, then I figure out how to stack them. Got it. Yes. And then Thoughtseize on the bottom, the Cavern above it, Oracle in the middle, and then Ideas Unbound on top. And I guess I should play my pedal in case they have like Chalice on 0. Though maybe I should have held my pedal, because Chalice on 0 doesn't actually do anything to my pile. I don't know, we'll see. Even if they have like Trinisphere here, I can slowly work through that. Like, knowing that they're not going to have any counter spells is a relief, and even if they like Thought-Knot Seer me right now, I don't care. Vesuva. Wow. What a crazy deck. Is this like mono green post? And they just had 2 really weird starts? It's unclear to me what's happening. Alright, they just cast Walking Ballista. You got it. We should be able to beat this. Okay. Played around it. Okay, so Ideas Unbound. Boop, boop, boop. Actually, good thing I played the pedal, because I needed to cast the Oracle. And, because Bayou doesn't make blue. So I actually did need that. That did matter a lot. So Cavern on Merfolk. And then I can cycle with Edge of Autumn and cast Thoughtseize. Yeah. That doesn't hurt me to do. Let's just take a peek, make sure we're good. Alright, yeah, they are in fact a post deck. Blue, blue, Oracle. Alright. Doom. Alright, we both had early combo wins so far. So now I know that they're 12 post. Does that change anything? Do I want my Duresses back? Like, Duress removing Hateful Permanence is a thing that matters, but also, like, Abrupt Decay is just better at that. Yeah, I think I have in my deck the configuration that makes the most sense to me. Like, maybe Baleful Strix is worse than anything that goes really fast. Like, maybe Daze is just better than Strix. But knowing what they're up to, I'm not sure I believe that. Alright, yeah, Daze on the draw. I didn't have it in on the play, and it's worse on the draw. Though, Duress could be better than Strix. Like, I really don't think we're going to be playing a fair game. Leovold does very little. So maybe I should bring a Daze back in. It adds to my blue count for forces. Leovold's not going to be helpful. Alright, let's do this. They did see Uro with their spyglass, so they do know all of my secrets. This hand is powerful. I'm gonna keep it. This has a pretty quick Doomsday with Thoughtseize to back it up. And Force of Will for this Chalice, which I desperately need. Alright, good thing we left in that one Strix. Didn't even miss it. Alright, so I think I have to get to fetch a black source and cast Personal Tutor. I'm just going for speed here. Knowing that they're the kind of deck that has to keep any hand that is remotely functional, having a turn 2 Thoughtseize Doomsday seems pretty good, though I could just get messed up by like Trinisphere or something right now. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Oh, okay, that is not something I'm scared of. Alright, so they have a lot of mana. Let's make sure they don't have a hand to function with. A Thoughtseize. Oh my god. Alright, their hand is 4 lands. So we just need to fade a top deck and we win. I think I'm going to make the same pile I made last game. Alright, come on, Magic Online. Make them big for me. Alright, so we used Edge of Autumn last game. So I'm going to use Street Wraith this game, just to mess up if they're top deck a Spyglass. So Oracle, Wraith. Where is Ideas Unbound? There it is. All right. Ideas Unbound. Cavern of Souls. 1, 2, 3, 4, and maybe I want Lotus Petal. Like, I do have the extra. No, I don't have my land drop because I'm gonna be playing Cavern. Yeah, maybe I just want Lotus Petal. So I go blue, Ideas Unbound. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna grab Lotus Petal. I don't have room for a. Maybe I just get an Abrupt Decay, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna take Abrupt Decay in case they top deck some sort of Hateful Permanent. And then I'm gonna put that on the bottom. So Decay. I did it again. I have to say okay, and then I get to stack. Okay. Done. So Decay goes on the bottom. And then Cavern, Oracle, Wraith, Ideas Unbound. Okay, go. Please don't top deck anything. Glimmerpost, Vesuva, Glimmerpost, Forest. Yeah, this is what I was talking about, where like this kind of deck has to keep any hand that does anything, and turn 1 Chalice was a pretty solid banger. I just had the Force, and then their hand didn't have a follow-up ready. Oh no. Okay. Alright, we did it. Don't need that one. Oh wait. I didn't put Lotus Petal in the pile. Did I lose? I forgot that. Oh, I actually fucked this up. I needed Lotus Petal. I don't get. Okay. They're gonna get another turn and they're gonna be able to put me to 1. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, I actually needed Lotus Petal in this pile, not Cavern. Like, if Cavern was just Lotus Petal instead, or if Abrupt Decay was Petal instead. Yeah, I got stuck on my muscle memory from last game, which had an extra mana laying around, and this one doesn't. So I actually can just fucking lose here. Like, Walking Ballista kills me now. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. I can't cycle Street Wraith, but I don't need to, because I passed the turn once. Oh my god. If they have Spatial Contortion, I can lose. Alright. Wow, that was bad. But, seemingly unpunished, but wow, that was bad. Oh. Well, folks, I told you it would happen. Luckily, snuck away with 1 extra life point. Okay, Lotus Petal is important. Count your mana. Resolving Doomsday with 2 lands in play versus in 3 drastically changes what you have to put in your pile. Whoa. Alright, next round. Tighten up. Alright, so lessons learned from round 1 is that I need to consciously respect how much mana it actually takes to go off, and the answer is 4. Like, in my brain, for some reason, I think what I was doing was I was conflating with LED piles with non-LED piles, where, like, you can LED crack or cycle Street Wraith in response, crack LED, then just have a bunch of mana from nothing, which is not the piles I made. So I just need to adjust my expectations to I need to make 4 post-Doomsday on that turn, not I need to resolve Ideas Unbound, like, because that's just not what's going on. All right, lessons learned. What am I doing with this hand? I'll keep it. I'm on the draw. This obviously isn't like exploding, and if they like Thought-Knot Seer my Oracle, I just lose. I guess that's not true because I have the arrows. So there's a little more game to play than that. All right, Tropical Island Ponder. Are you Rug Delver or are you some sort of Omni Show deck? Let's find out. It's also super awkward that the Oracle's in my hand, because if I cast Doomsday and they like Thoughtseize me after Doomsday, the Oracle goes away. So I have so many lands that I'm just gonna play a non-basic. If I get wasted, whatever. Alright, more of the same. I'm gonna shuffle that. Come on now. Don't play a whole lot of these. There are 17 lands in the deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've seen 7 of them already. Uh-oh, here comes Dreadheart Arcanist. Somehow, pretty close. What the fuck? Okay, I'm gonna play my land before I ponder, because I don't want them to aggressively daze it, because I do actually need these cards. Alright, that's interesting. Okay, so this is a game where I actually think Uro is going to be pretty exciting. Like, I can lead on this Uro and hold the Doomsday, because they're working through a Sylvan library. They're clearly some sort of mid-range or tempo-y rug deck. Like, if this is Rug Delver, and they didn't deploy a threat on turn 1 or turn 2, their hand is going to be just full of bananas. And they don't know what I'm up to yet, so... Like, if they knew I was Doomsday, they would probably have just paid 8 no matter what. But going for this Uro next turn is going to be fun. Just hope I don't get stifled. They chose to shuffle. Alright. Are we going to find out what their deck is? Alright, Rug Delver confirmed. So, I do not have a basic forest, but I don't think I need it. So I can play Tropical Island, fetch my basic swamp, play Uro, and get my basic island into play. Unless they daze the Uro. I guess I shouldn't have gotten Swamp because that doesn't replay Uro. Guess they can decide. Alright, yeah. That's a pretty good daze. Yeah, so getting Swamp there, like if Uro arrives and triggers, then that undoes that because I get to play a blue or green source right away. But I guess I'm also sort of committing to a more stable Doomsday later. Like if they start wasting me off black sources. I'm not sure. Interesting stuff going on there. But now they have a real threat. It's a 4/5. They're digging with Sylvan Library. They do think I'm a bug Uro deck right now, though, which is kind of nice. I don't know what that actually means for me. Like, I feel like when you're ahead with the Tarmogoyf and Sylvan Library, you're just going to keep a fistful of interaction anyway. So I don't think I'm going to be able to play through this in a way that I'm excited about. But I'm going to try to get this Uro into play sooner than later. I don't think I'm winning this. Yeah, so they just stacked with Brainstorm. So Delver's going to flip. I'm taking 7. I cannot... Do I have to just go for Doomsday right now? No, because that puts me to 7, and then I'm dead on board. I actually can't win this game. Yeah, my hand doesn't have anything left over to go off right now with the Doomsday. Yeah, and yeah, they have 7 damage on board. Casting Doomsday would put me to 7. Like, my only plan there is to play my land, take 7, play another land, hope Uro comes into play, and even then I'm still behind. And their hand's full of gas, so I don't think Uro would even come into play. And even trying it, like, you could argue, like, you might as well try it, maybe they have nothing. But trying it reveals that I'm Doomsday, which I don't have to do right now. Okay, so I want Veil of Summer to fight through counterspells. And I guess Abrupt Decay can take some pressure off. I don't... Like, they're gonna board like I'm Bug. And Veil and Abrupt Decay are both Bug cards. But unlike the previous round, the Bug strategy is actually kind of good here. Duress Thoughtseize. Do I need to slow down? Like, do I, like, cut Dark Ritual or shave on Dark Rituals? Like, okay, so here's where we're really going to struggle because I don't know how to sideboard with this deck, and I do spend a lot of time on this channel learning new decks, and hopefully you appreciate that you're learning it with me and that I'm not a genius with the deck. Go read the Min-Max blog or follow some Doomsday streamers on Twitter if you want excellent Doomsday content, but I am navigating this fresh. Maybe actually Force of Will isn't that important, or I think Force is probably better than Daze, though it is close on the play. Yeah, bringing in all these Veils, I think I want less of the Force of Will kind of stuff. It's getting 2-for-1 in a matchup where you're gonna get 2-for-1 anyway. Also just hanging these cards out to Red Blast. I don't love. And I'm gonna try this. It might be a bit of a mess, but it does make sense to me. Well, This would have been a great hand in the last round. I mean, I'm keeping this, but do I just slam? Or do I have to be more careful than that? Yeah, like, this hand loses to Force of Will, loses to... Do I lose to Daze? I think I do lose to Daze next turn. Like, on my Doomsday turn. I don't even have blue for the Oracle. Though I guess if I fetch... I can't fetch Basic Island, though. Like, I was about to say, like, Basic Island plus putting Cavern in the pile will eventually get me to an Oracle, like, slow and steady. But I can't fetch Basic Island if I resolve Doomsday on turn 1. I'm going to keep this. And I think I'm going to play it slow. Like, just Island and pass. Ugh. Alright, Doomsday experts, tell me in the comments why I should have gone for it on turn 1. Because I don't buy it, but I mean, it's possible. Alright, holding up Stifle over there is pretty awkward. Yeah, maybe I should have just fetched my island on turn 1. Just go for it. But if they go for, like, library right now, fuck. Ooh, interesting. Island, island, island. Damn it. Yeah, so if this was an island, there would be a cool trick where I fetch, they stifle, I pick up the island for days, and then I counter their wasteland and their stifle. But because it's Bayou, I don't get to do that. If I had just fetched around stifle on turn 1, just got my basic island, this game would be much easier. Oh. Yeah, I've definitely made some errors. I'm just not sure exactly where they all are. Island. Fuck. Alright, I mean, I guess I'll just play the LED, because I have to go to discard anyway. Hopefully they're scared now. They didn't see that in game 1. So that's going to change their whole tune. Like, they're going to realize, oh shit, this is a combo deck, and have to do something about it. So I could fetch now, and that would at least mess up their brainstorm. I'm just really hoping to just draw a different land. God, Stifle is such a monster. But the thing about Doomsday is that they can also stifle your Oracle trigger. Or the thing about Stifle. So Stifle's a rough one that we're going to have to get through one way or the other. Jeez. Yeah, if they don't have Stifle, they're representing it beautifully. Like, they didn't fetch in their end step, they waited till their upkeep to untap and fetch. Okay, there's that. Come on, deck, let's draw an island or a fetch land. Oh my god. Well, I could just shrug and say I'm not beating this Sylvan Library, might as well fetch into Stifle. Or I could continue passing the turn. And just try to play this control game. Yeah, this has gone poorly. Clearly. And now that they've seen Lion's Eye Diamond and Daze, they can probably extrapolate that I'm Doomsday. And once they get far enough ahead on cards, they can just wasteland my Misty Rainforest and stifle the trigger when I fetch. And they just don't even need to worry about the fact that it's a 2-for-1 because it's so devastating, it's worth it. Oh my god. Alright. Just stifle me. Like, at this point, I can't keep playing around it. Alright. Yep, I'm dead. Okay, so maybe if I'm not ready, if I'm not willing to go for it, then maybe I don't keep this hand. So that could be just a rule that I hadn't considered. Like, do you even keep a hand that goes turn 1 Doomsday if you're not going to do it? But I guess I had Brainstorm 2 lands. Like, I did have Interaction. I just got Delvered out of it. If I fetch Basic Island, how different is that game? Like, I get to cast Brainstorm, and I have some different cards in my hand for a little while. But Basic Island doesn't cast any of these other cards in my hand. Yeah, that game literally came down to drawing Bayou naturally versus Underground Sea. Because if I could have done the, like, fetch, Dazier, Stifle play instead of just losing my Bayou, I would have been way ahead instead of way behind. But, alright. Didn't do much that game. And I don't feel like I was close to doing much either. Interesting. And I'm on the play in round 3, and I don't think that this is a keep. Like, I have Force but no blue card, Ritual but no black spell, LED and nothing. Like, this hand basically goes Thoughtseize and plays 3 lands and hopes that the top of the deck is helpful. This does not look like a keep to me. This one is better. I am going to keep this. So the bottom is either Wraith or Duress, and I think that it should be Wraith, because I can curve Duress into Baleful Strix, and I have Brainstorm, Uro, and Strix that all draw cards, versus Wraith that just draws cards. Yeah, I think just a little Duress action on turn 1 makes some sense. It's also funny because Duress is only in combo decks, but I'm about to play Baleful Strix and Uro. Like, there is no indication that I'm actually a combo deck moving forward. So Liliana is bad news for my Strix. Thoughtseize is bad news for my hand. Council's Judgment is bad news for my Uro. So this actually just kind of sucks. But I'm going to take the Thoughtseize. Protect my information. Good news is this doesn't look like a Wasteland deck. Are you kidding me? You drew Thoughtseize? Fuck you. The friendliest fuck you. The good-spirited. Taking Strix is interesting there, because Strix was already covered by Liliana. It's weird that they would let me keep my Brainstorm. Oh. Oh. Yep. I have to shuffle that because of Tropical Island. My opponent just said in the chat, oops, I had Lily. I was just saying that. Well, Motobug shuffled. Yep. Okay, so we're actually getting super punished here. Like I said, I'm not sure how much Uro and Leovold add to this deck. And right now they're actively subtracting from it, because if this was just a blue-black Doomsday deck, this land would make the mana I need, and that Lotus Petal would have done the trick. Let's try to prove me wrong here and just go off with Uro. The fact that I lost out on Doomsday because I had Tropical Island, Uro has some work to do here to regain his position in this deck. His good standing. Oh no. They can snap Thoughtseize. Well, this is actually interesting because I'm not super planning on Doomsdaying this game anyway, and this does fuel the Uro. But now the jig is up. A Council's Judgment removes Uro for good. I'm also... okay, now I'm 1 land away. I was about to say I'm 2 lands away from even having Uro. Force of Will, Force of Will. Okay, so if I can navigate this game into a place where I have Uro and Force of Will on the same turn, I could actually win. So I'm gonna... Do I ponder again? So this basic swamp is killing me here. I need another blue source, and I gotta figure out what the best way to get to it is. I think I should have kept Force and then Ponder on top. So this is awkward because I want Force, but I don't want the Dark Ritual. Right, I'm gonna shuffle. Okay. So I have blue, blue, green, green now, which is more important than holding up Force and not having anything to protect. Yeah, if basic swamp was a green source, I would have kept that Ponder and just gone for Uro. I could brainstorm in the end step, hoping to find a discard spell. Why are they leaving up 3 mana? They have Hull Breacher. Daze is very good against Council's Judgment. Green, green, blue, blue. Gotta make sure not to exile cards that I might need with Doomsday later. Wow. Okay, so they need to make a land drop, or else I just daze the Council's Judgment. I'm gonna force pitching Brainstorm and just hope to fuck they don't have a land drop. Jam Council's Judgment, no land. Yes, yes, yes. No. In this case, I obviously regret not keeping Brainstorm. Alright. They gotta be out of gas by now. Let's draw Doomsday. So, I Thoughtseize their Thoughtseize, and they drew Thoughtseize, and then they drew Snap Thoughtseize, and I did my best. Just didn't work. Now we're under the gun from a couple different things here, though I am still interested in drawing Doomsday, or Uro, or Leovold. Alright, yeah, now we're drawing the setup cards, the brick half of the deck. That's what happens when you're a one-card deck and they take your one card. Alright, if I can survive 42 more turns, I have a plan. I don't have 42 more turns. Actually, at this point, I don't even have 2 more turns. Like, they put me to 9. I Doomsday to 4. And then I'm at 1. Okay, well, Uro, I told you had to earn your bread and butter this time, and it's still true. Alright, get in. Okay, I mean, there's Doomsday. Do I fetch? Does that change the clock? So, if I fetch, I go to 11, and their attack puts me to 7, and Doomsday puts me to 3, which does put me dead on board. This attack will put me to... Oh no, it puts me to 8 for... Yeah, I'm still at 1. This doesn't actually change the clock because it's a round down situation. So I should probably get Underground Sea just to max out my black sources. Alright, tutor, let's go. Get a Doomsday. So I can Dark Ritual, bring back Uro, and cast Doomsday next turn. Oh, but Liliana's ready to pop. Luckily, that's not super important for my deck. Like, I'm dying to the Snapcaster Mage and the Baleful Strix. The Liliana pop is just gravy. Okay, so Dark Ritual. Uro. Coming at you from every direction here. Wow. That's pretty good. It's a hardcast force. What's the plan here? Yeah, if they plow Uro, that's just a bunch of life for me to work with. I don't care about that. Force, 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 force. Okay. I guess I'll take one of the forces of negation. Yeah, this hand's pretty fucking good considering they've cast 0 cantrips this game. These are literally just the cards they've drawn this game. Okay. So I'll take one of the negations. And I'll give them the chance to fuck up. I'll put Doomsday on the stack and see if they hardcast Force of Will. Nope. Double negation, obviously. What the fuck? Alright, now Liliana is definitely lethal. She's gonna pop off and make a bunch of zombies, and I'm gonna die very quickly. What a ridiculous hand that was. Yeah, they literally haven't done any sculpting of their hand this game. These are just the cards they drew in the order they drew them. Crazy. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I am dead even if I draw Doomsday. Though, there's Uro again. Continuing to work hard for his money. Does Ideas Unbound do anything? It fuels up Uro. And Daze is basically dead at this point. So, yeah, what the fuck. I'll cast Ideas Unbound. Try to get Uro back into play. Reload my hand a bit. So I can cycle Edge. And play, okay, so I'm gonna have to discard 3 of these cards, so I probably don't want to play a land. I'm gonna discard the 2 lands and Daze, most likely. Fuck a basic swamp. I don't think they have Wasteland in their deck. So, do I save Daze Oracle or Land Oracle? Fetch land is going to end up in my graveyard anyway. Yeah, I'll just go to discard. Daze, land. Land. I'll save a Daze. Like, they're very close to a hardcast Force of Will being dazeable. Like, if they ponder and then, like, there it is. So, if they ponder and then hardcast Force, I can counter it. But Uro can't beat a Liliana emblem anyway. Yeah, and I'm dead on board. So if they have a blue card, they can pitch a Force and just play around Daze. And they actually don't even need to. I'm dead around Uro. Alright, so Uro did a lot of work this game, and it didn't matter because it was we were just beat by a deck that can beat Uro. They let it resolve, they don't even care. And that's right to do because they have enough attackers that it doesn't matter. I have Devotion to 3 blue, which is a much smaller number than 29. Alright, yeah, I'm dead. Ugh. So, I think that we really hurt from being this bug version, that matchup. I think just being a sleeker blue-black, get the job done build makes way more sense. They also drew extremely well, but you can't really complain about that. Or it's not reasonable to complain about that, I should say. So Veil of Summer is going to be good here. I like the discard. I basically like every card in my deck. Daze on the play seems pretty good. Hopefully they're struggling to sideboard because they did have to beat 3 Uros that game while parrying off of Doomsday. And it was close. Like that turn, I got Uro into play. I drew the Thoughtseize, had the mana floating for Doomsday, and their hand just was 3 forces. Like, is what it is. But they do have to fend off a lot, and they know it. So less Daze, maybe less Uro. I think like that. I just don't think that's good, especially on the play here. And is Leovold also bad? Probably. Yeah, I'm just going to try to be a combo deck. I'll keep this on the strength of Ponder. I think I'm going to lead on Duress, though. Surgical Extraction, Brainstorm, and 2 Ponders. Alright, I don't care about Surgical Extraction yet. I might later. Get rid of Brainstorm. They draw Thoughtseize again. Oh my god. What the fuck? Okay, my opponent always has Thoughtseize on the top of their deck. I should just adjust my expectations. They can Surgical Dark Ritual now to get a 2 for 2 out of that. And it's up to them if they even want to do that, but if I ponder into Doomsday and they don't make that play, that's pretty bad. Though Surgical post-Doomsday does mess up my pile, which can be catastrophic. Alright, looks like they're going to do it in the draw step, which is the correct time to do it, because if I drew another Dark Ritual there, they would get that too. Plus they get the information about what I drew. So I could just cast Edge of Autumn here. Ramp. That was a pretty aggressive Surgical, though. Like, in a matchup where they know I have Uro, and they know I'm a combo deck that cares about what order its deck is in, I don't think I would make this play. I'm just saying. Like, it's tempting to get a card out of the hand with Surgical, but also, like, I might not even care. So, there's no way to Edge of Autumn for another black source. You have 4 or fewer lands, put a basic land into play. Yeah, I think I do want to do that. Bayou, and actual Edge of Autumn. Go get my basic island. Let's go be in our O deck. Alright, so this sets up Ponder. Like, I was not going to sack a land to use this at any point. So I think casting it as a rampant growth is fine. Alright, so they chose to Ponder instead of Strix. They're trying to pad their hand. They're looking for forces. We know they have some number of them because they had 3 in their hand last game. I don't think this is Callum's Esper Mentor deck. Council's Judgment isn't in the stock list for that, but they could definitely, we should definitely assume they have at least 5 forces, maybe more. Doomsday, Force of Will, Ponder. Is this any good? Like, obviously Doomsday is close to being good, but alright, I'm gonna keep them like this. Like, if I can line up a force and find another black source with the Ponder and Brainstorm, I can't blame this one on being a bug deck because our green source is also a black source. Just jamming Teferi, huh? Yeah, I think I'm gonna need my cantrips more than I need my forces, and if they fought back there, my force would have been dead anyway. I have no way to remove a Teferi. They're extracting my Ponders. That was on top of my deck. Alright, so the Ponder on top of my deck and the Doomsday on top of my deck are both gone now. And they are aggressively spewing another Surgical Extraction, which I didn't like the first one, and I definitely don't like this one. Aha! Brainstorm into a black source, maybe? Yes. Okay, so put back... nope, other order. You and you. So if they counter this one, I have another one on top of the deck. Okay, it resolves. We knew it would. So what pile involves Veil of Summer? Or do I want to duress here? So I have 4 mana. That is the number we determined I need to combo. Well, Oracle and Ideas Unbound are in the pile regardless. I'm pretty sure I want Cavern in this pile against the blue deck. And then... do I have room for a duress? I think I do. Yeah, I'm going to have 5 mana available, so... yeah, I'll grab duress, and the last card has to be a Cycler. I'm going to grab Street Wraith, because with the Magic Online interface, if I choose Edge of Autumn, they actually see it get selected in my graveyard, and these do the same thing here. Okay, yes, these are the cards I want. And I want Duress on the bottom, Cavern, Oracle, Wraith, Ideas Unbound. Alright, let's do it. They have Ponder and Baleful Strix. They can see their draw step plus Ponder plus Strix. They get to see, so draw step's 1, Ponder's 4, Strix is 1. So they can see up to 6 cards this turn to try to stop me. A Surgical Extraction would probably buy some amount of time, but they used it on my Ponder, and hopefully they die for it. They did not shuffle their library. Alright, that's a little scary, but probably fine. My pile's pretty solid. So if they counter this... oh shit. I don't have enough blue mana. God damn it. Oh good, I'm so glad they countered that. Holy shit. Wow. Actually... I actually needed them to counter that. Wow, I would have lost on the spot if that resolved. Wow. Really? Okay. I need 4 mana, and 4 of it needs to be blue. I had 3 blue available, if that resolved. Holy shit, that was lucky. Unbelievable. Alright, Kaya doesn't matter. Does Kaya matter? What does Kaya do? Exiles Doomsday. Alright, so now top deck Surgical, it doesn't do anything. Okay, so I draw Wraith here. I cycle 2 cards. Yeah, they're dead. My devotion is 2, they have no play. Holy shit. X is greater than or equal to. Yes, it is equal to. Okay. Needed Lotus Petal in that pile. Wow, I am just stumbling and bumbling by the skin of my ass and still winning the game accidentally. Oh, that's so stupid. Okay, so on the draw now, I think Daze gets worse, and I actually think the Fair Plan gets better. Like, if they're going to have a million Force negations, I'm going to try to juke a little bit. Oh my god. This luck can't keep up forever. Though, hopefully it doesn't need to. Hopefully I learn important lessons every time. So, not just 4 mana, but 4 blue mana are required for the combo. Jeez. Yeah, there's 2 Lotus Petals in this deck for a reason. Maybe I should consider using them. Alright, I gotta cut a card. Actually, they showed me 2 Surgicals. Maybe I don't want 3 Uros in the deck. But they also showed me they're willing to spew off Surgicals on any random shit. They also have Kaya. Okay, so if they have Kaya and Surgical, I don't really trust Uro that much. Do I want my Daze? They do have a bunch of 3 mana spells, like Teferi, Kaya, Council's Judgment. No, I think I want to play it like this. Like, I want to be mostly a combo deck because they are pretty well built to beat an Uro. Well, this is a no-lander, obviously. Not going to keep this. Alright, this one has magic cards in it. I'm going to keep and send Edge of Autumn to the bottom. I don't think this is a game where I want to rampant growth. I never want to do that if I don't have to. Like, I have real cards here. Dark Ritual. Shit. Alright, Ponder is a better start than Personal Tutor when I'm not even close to 3 black mana. Well, do I put a Doomsday in my hand for later? Well, I have the Personal Tutor, but I can pitch. Is this even good? It doesn't look good. So I guess what I could do is... Alright, I'll put 1 Doomsday in my hand, I'll draw the other land, then shuffle the other Doomsday. If they Thoughtseize me here, they'll strip the Doomsday, which is actually not super important, though if they discard plus Surgical my Doomsday, I am the fucked. So gotta get a black source here, and Strix. Yeah, we're basically just looking for Dark Ritual at this point. Oh, please let me untap with Veil of Summer up. That would make me feel so much better against this discard deck. Alright, what are we doing? Alright, that doesn't cast him to Troc, so that's good. They're paying 3 mana for something. Bring it home, Daze. Court of Cunning. Please cast Court of Cunning. Ashiok Dream Render. So, how important is this? I mean, I'm gonna daze it because that's like pretty cheap to do. I'm gonna bounce the island so I can keep my black sources in play. If they want to force this, I can force back with Personal Tutor because I already have Doomsday. Alright, cool. I think Bayou is actually the best draw in my deck right now. Alright, that counts as a Bayou. Okay, so I have another black source, and I'm building towards Doomsday, and I'm holding up Veil of Summer. All of these things are true right now. I'm not ready to Force of Will of Brainstorm. Oh yeah, cast a discard spell. Bayou. Alright, they haven't seen Veil of Summer out of me yet. And it's a good time for it. Just hope they don't have Flusterstorm in their hand. So if Veil resolves, oh, they're forcing pitching Baleful Strix. I think if they're ready to force this, then so am I. I'm going to force their force so I can get my draw off Veil. Alright, that fizzles. Alright, come on, Black Source. So you're clearly out of gas over there. Okay, I found the Black Source. Now it's time to not fuck up a Doomsday pile. I'm gonna put Lotus Petal in the pile. Though if they have Surgical at this point, oh, they're just conceding. They're trusting me to do it right, which they should definitely not do. But wow, okay. I think I would have done it right that time. 2-1, next round. All right, so I'm going to keep this hand. I'm on the draw for round 4. This hand almost looks perfect, except when you realize that my blue card for Force of Will is my Thassa's Oracle. But I play a lot of blue cards, and let's just hope I draw one on turn 1. I'm going to keep this. This is too straight of a line to a Doomsday with Force backup for me to pass on. Windswept Teeth is mildly concerning. Let's hope this is Elves and not Maverick. Oh, a Bayou deck. So it's probably Dark Maverick. I guess it could still be some sort of like Jund or... Oh, come on now. Alright. I'm not going to force that because I need both of the blue cards in my hand. They probably take Personal Tutor. That's the right call. But if they take Oracle, I'm also fine with that because Doomsday checks your graveyard too and puts the card back into your deck. Yep, they figured it out. He'll play Draw Punishment here. Alright, that changes the math. Who unbanned discard spells in Legacy? Who did that? Was it you, Andrew Brown? But yeah, I honestly think it's cool. Like, even though it's bad for me right now, playing a combo deck, I think it is cool that Thoughtseize and Hymn to Turok are Legacy cards again. I didn't draw the blue card that would have protected my turn 2 Doomsday. Also them being this Windswept Teeth Bayou deck, I have to assume Wasteland is in this deck too. Oh, they're just depths? It's regular old depths? They are in fact depths. I cannot cast this Force of Will because if I do, I lose. Cool. Just more stuff that is great post Doomsday, which is a card that I don't have. Interesting though is LED can just put Uro into play, like 6/6 in play mode. Here I am. If it comes to that. Just discard the hand, exile them all to escape, and LED makes green, green, green. I don't think it's going to come to that, though. I think I'm just going to lose. Yeah, like, they could have spent a turn getting depths into play with Reclaimer, but I think they know that if they waste me and just get card advantage with Bob, they're going to win. How about a Brainstorm deck? Yeah, I'm not even going to float mana. It doesn't matter. Nothing to bluff here. Oh, good, I drew Daze. That's what I wanted. It is a blue card for Force of Will, though. Maybe they'll die to their own Bob. Reveal Blightsteel Colossus. Didn't happen. At the first Eternal weekend, like not the first Vintage Champs at Gen Con, but the first time it was a standalone event in Philadelphia, I went X2 and 1 in the Vintage main event. And in the final round, playing for top 16, my opponent was miles ahead. Like, we were both playing kind of fair creature decks, and they were ahead on board. They had more cards in hand. They had Dark Confidant active. And I basically couldn't win. And then they flipped their Blightsteel Colossus to their Bob. And suddenly there was a race, and I ended up winning it. So I have some history of watching opponents die to Bob. Oh, hello. Well, that is a card I wanted. So let's see if we can make this happen. So I don't think this deck plays Stifle or any way to punish me for this. Okay, so I can't get Basic Swamp. I can get Underground Sea. And then I don't think I have a way to win this turn. No, my hand doesn't draw any cards is the problem with that. So Dark Ritual, Doomsday will put me to 8. And I even have Force of Will back up. Yeah, I mean, let's cast the spell. All right, so we need just a hand. I have the LED, so I can use... I can't rely on Edge of Autumn because they might have another Wasteland. Like, if they activate Reclaimer to go get Wasteland right now, that could mess that up. So I need LED to do the thing. Oh, but Oracle's in my hand, so I can't actually use LED. Yeah, I might... Is this even doable? I don't know. I might be fucked. So, let's see. How do I do this? I do have Lotus Petal. Dark Ritual I don't think helps anymore, but... So Oracle's already in hand. Ideas Unbound's going to have to be in the pile. And Street Wraith. The other Petal's going to have to be in the pile. Wraith. It's weird that I just already have so many of the cards. Cavern doesn't matter compared to, like, being an island or not. So maybe I should... I don't have 2 turns. I might have 1 turn. Or I do have 1 turn. I don't have 2 turns. So I have to make a pile that is capable of going for it. Is there any way to get Thassa's Oracle out of my graveyard if I pop my LED? And I don't think that there is. So I might have to do it over 2 turns, but Street Wraith guarantees I can't do it in 2 turns. Oh, wow. I just have to hope they don't have a second wasteland, basically. Yeah, maybe I just, like, put island and what? Like, what do I even do? Okay, how do I beat wasteland? That's my question. That's the most likely thing they're going to have that can beat me. And I think the answer to that is the Lotus Petals. I guess Oracle is already in my hand. So what does that change? Yeah, maybe I just put 2 islands in the pile. But I'm not going to have time for 2 land drops. Alright, I'll put 1 island in the pile. So Wraith Petal, I'm going to go to 8. They're going to attack me for 1, 2, maybe 5. No, they're going to attack me for 5. Put me to 3. Wraith puts me to 1. Okay, so... Oh, and I can't Force of Will if I get Wraith. Oh my god, this is so fucked up. Guess I lose to Wasteland anyway, so maybe I should put Edge of Autumn in the pile. But that gives me a chance to force. Maybe I want both of them in the pile. Just get the deck empty, maximum cycle effects. So, Oracle already being in my hand, what does that change? All right, I'm not going to press done yet. I'm just going to think about this. So, activate Wasteland. I have nothing. What does my turn look like? Cycle Wraith, cycle Edge, play Island, Lotus Petal. Okay, yeah, I actually think Ideas Unbound doesn't go in this pile. Is that possible? Is that reasonable? Like, I have all my fast mana. It's here. I have my free draw spells. They're here. I don't think Daze is going to help me do anything. I don't have 2 turns to act. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take... I could take a second Doomsday, but that would kill me. I'm just trying to think of how to get Thassa's Oracle back into my deck. Oh, this sucks. What about Brainstorm over Ideas Unbound? So I can cycle, Lotus Petal, Brainstorm into Island Petal. Okay, so Island... Oh, fuck. All right. I think this is my pile. So, done. So, I think I want Wraith on the bottom. Because I have to leave up Force of Will for a potential discard spell on my Oracle. So, Wraith, if I go Lotus Petal Brainstorm, so I draw Brainstorm, go Lotus Petal Brainstorm, that draws me Island, Lotus Petal, Edge with Wraith in the deck. Yeah, so Wraith on the bottom, Brainstorm on top, and that's how we do this, I think. All right, I think that's the best I can do. Okay. I tried really hard. Let's see if it works. Apologies to my opponent. I just took fucking forever to do that. One giant problem is if they have Ghost Quarter instead of Wasteland. That also... I guess I can decline the search. so that's fine. I guess, do I play Lotus Petal now? Like, that gets Lotus Petal around discard, but I lose to discard with Thassa's Oracle anyway, so yeah, I'm just gonna pass. All right. So if you're playing this deck in real life, a judge would have been called about 5 minutes ago, and you would be in trouble. So you really need to know what you're doing a lot more than I do right now. All right, come on now. I'm getting impatient now. I guess they're thinking really hard about, do they try to assemble depths and hope I don't have it? Do they have a second Wasteland? Do they have a Ghost Quarter? Does Bajuka Bog do anything? Do they have something that deals 1 damage to me somehow? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they can attack for 5 if they put a land in their graveyard. Do they, like, get Nurturing Peatland and try to spike a discard spell off of Elvish Reclaimer? Do they even play that card? Oh, this is a tough spot for everybody. Oh, they're spending 3 mana on something. Oh, they're charging that. Okay, so I do need to get all the way Hellbent if they draw a land. There's the forest, so they did find a land. Or not Hellbent, all the way empty in my deck. So I can't Force of Will, is what that means. That's interesting. So Mox Diamond gives them a second black source and makes Reclaimer big. Right, there's depths. So, I mean, I was dead anyway on board, but now there's also depths. If I don't have to force, I think I'm good. Maybe that's not true. Okay, so the Brainstorm draws me 3 cards. And I put 2 back, so there will be 2 cards left in my deck, and there'll be the 2 Cyclers, and I'll be at 1, and I can go off. I believe that statement is accurate. So I Brainstorm first. Okay. I think I did it. So if they do anything that requires me to Force of Will right now, then I don't have it anymore. Oh wait, no, there's going to be 3 cards left in my deck. I don't have it. Shit. Can I get a... No, I don't have it. Wow. That's right. Fuck. The Blast Zone was perfect. Oh no. I played around everything except this Blast Zone sitting in play. So... put back LED Dark Ritual. I draw Dark Ritual, and then I lose. Damn. And I don't have a way to bounce their Mox Diamond or deny them a mana in any kind of way. This costs 3 to activate, yep. Fuck. Wait. I can... Okay, wait. So, I can put Oracle back in my deck. There might be something here. So I put Oracle back in my deck with basic Island. And then I play the LED, play the Petals, cast Edge of Autumn, putting the Island into play, cycle... All right, we might have it. We might have it. Okay, so Oracle's going to have to go back in the deck. And some other card that I don't think matters. Dark Ritual can go with it. Oh, no, it has to be Island. Oh my god. Okay, so Island in the deck. Wait, okay, Petal. Oh wait, I can't cast and cycle Edge of Autumn, damn it. I was like, oh, I'm so smart, but no, I can't do both. Yeah, I just lose. Yeah, they have the Blast Zone, and I'm dead on board to the... I thought I figured something out there, but I actually didn't. Okay, yeah, I'm just dead. Fuck. This deck is so hard. Doomsday Pilots. Did I miss the obvious Blast Zone in play, or did I play around like a reasonable distribution of things, or like... I don't know. Like, that's the thing about this deck. Like, you always can win if you predict correctly what they're going to do. Was there a pile that just plays around everything? Like, the fact I had to respect a discard spell, a wasteland, a shuffle effect, and a removal spell. And I mean, I failed to play around the one that was just sitting in play, which is basically unforgivable. But fuck. All right. I spent all that time not winning. Okay, what am I doing here? Force of Will is going to be replaced mostly by Veil of Summer. The things I would be forcing in this matchup are crop rotation or discard spells, and Veil of Summer gets half of those cards, but better. I think I just want to be like as fast as possible. Baleful Strix can block Merit Lage for a turn. Uro can get me above 20 life and buy a turn. But I don't want to fart around with this backup plan. Guess I could consign a Merit Lage or some sort of hate piece if they have one. Okay, let's try that again. Damn. Remember that time that I thought I could both cast and cycle Edge of Autumn? That was a sweet line, though. Like, if I could do both those things, it did work. Obviously, it didn't. Did you all see it immediately, or were you with me like, yeah, this is going to work at first? So, if I... How do I win that game? I don't know that I can. Like, it was there like a different order I could put that pile in? So if I just petal, blue, blue. So if I brainstorm, so I had Underground Sea in play, that's 1. Petal in hand, that's 2. All right, I'll have to figure that out later. Tell me what the winning pile was. But Oracle in hand is pretty awkward. Yes, I would like to play first. Yes, I would like this turn 2 Doomsday with force backup. Thank you. So do I want a personal tutor? Is there a sorcery that I want in my hand? Or is this just a blue card for Force of Will? I think I'm pretty comfortable with that. Yeah, I'm just going to turn 2 Doomsday with force backup. Let's go. Let's do it. I'm going to make a squeaky clean pile because I'm not going to top deck Oracle and have to play around everything. The one thing that would make this hand way better is Veil of Summer. Like, trade this force or this personal tutor for Veil of Summer, and I would feel untouchable. But I already feel pretty good. This is a hand that gets weirded up by Surgical Extraction. So I force their Thoughtseize, and then I Doomsday, and the rest is history, I hope. Okay. What do you got? Level 1 Library, Dark Confidant. I'm going to pitch Personal Tutor to the Force, because if I draw a blue card, that's another layer of protection. And I guess I'm going to fetch before I draw to thin out and try to spike the blue card here. All right, didn't spike the blue card. I am going to fetch instead of play the sea, because fetch land post Doomsday has no text, but with the Underground Sea, I can actually play that as a mana source. All right, let's do the thing. All right, so I'm going to try to make the cleanest little pile. So Ideas Unbound, Thassa's Oracle, Street Wraith. I have a land drop already, and they don't play counterspell, so I don't need Cavern. Lotus Petal. I have learned that that's an important one to have in your pile. And so Ideas draws Oracle, Wraith, Lotus Petal. And then I go Land Petal. I guess any blue card lets me also Force of Will. So maybe Daze. Like, I don't even necessarily need to pitch to Force if I choose Daze here. So let's look at this. Does this beat Wasteland? Or do I need the other Lotus Petal? Yeah, I actually want the other Lotus Petal. So Oracle, Ideas Unbound into Wraith Petal, Petal Oracle. And this does beat Wasteland. Yes, we're done here. So Petal, Petal, Oracle, Wraith, Ideas Unbound. There's the pile. So if they have Surgical Extraction, that can cause me to shuffle my deck, but they still don't have a clock presented, and eventually I'll draw Oracle. If they had Surgical, they probably should have hit my Lotus Petal that was in the graveyard in response to Doomsday. That slows me down a lot. Right, they've seen my hand, they have perfect information, so I can F6 and just hope I don't lose. I don't think they have any way to deal 6 damage to me. Right, that's 2 cards out of their hand. It is extra mana to work with, though. But they seem to be black-green, like not rainbow, so I don't need to worry about Flusterstorm. I don't think Flusterstorm beats me anyway. Like, it slows me down, but I get to just go off the following turn. It looks like they're kind of in just hope you don't have it mode. Or I did not play in a way that plays around Mindbreak Trap. Alright, I didn't play around Mindbreak Trap. Can I still play around Mindbreak Trap? Does it matter? Alright, I'm not going to play around Mindbreak Trap. If they have it, they have it. Please don't have it. I can cycle Wraith in response if they can destroy this. Alright, yeah, they're just dead. Alright. One more. I don't think my plan changes. Yeah, let's just go. Same deck, back in. This deck is so stressful. Make sure you have your reps if you try this, because doing this on the fly, especially in front of an audience, is difficult. Right, so this hand doesn't have the combo, but it also doesn't fold to a discard spell. So I'm gonna just use my cantrips, try to find the Doomsday before I'm dead. Like, they are slow depths with Mox Diamonds and Bobs and shit, so they're not very good at making a turn 1 or 2 Merit Lage. And this is the strength of the hand I kept. I just get to let Thoughtseize resolve. I would probably take Brainstorm from this hand, though I think Ponder is reasonable. I don't like taking Dark Ritual or one of the counters. I guess it also depends on if they think they can kill me. Like, if they strip Force of Will, can they just, like, quickly assemble Dark Depths next turn? Or the turn after? Do they have crop rotation? So that would inform their decision too. But from where I'm sitting, I think Brainstorm is the take. Alright, TikTok. Yeah, they were hoping for an easy one. They were just like, I'll take the Doomsday when they kept this hand, but I don't have one. Oh, they took the Dark Ritual. I don't like that. But I guess if they're setting up a slower game that involves like wastelands and stuff, maybe they think they can keep me off triple black. Haha, Motobug. Veil, Personal Tutor, Ponder. I can't cast this Veil. I will keep the Personal Tutor right where it is. Though if they have Wasteland, I am fucked. Because I can't cast any of the cards in my hand or the cards on top of my deck if they destroy my mana source here. So please don't do that, opponent. I am exposed. So, assuming everything goes to plan, I play Swamp, I play Personal Tutor, then it doesn't matter if they Wasteland me. And that'll make my, okay, that's not a Wasteland. Ooh, it's a white card, though. What white cards do you have? I don't like that. Right, Personal Tutor. Let's find it. Here's the Doomsday. So Surgical Extraction now shuffles my deck and like soft counters the Personal Tutor. Alright, they've gone 2 turns without playing anything. They've seen that my hand is full of counter spells. They don't know that I have Dark Ritual. They should probably assume I found something, though. I would daze a Trinisphere here. I'm trying to think of what they could have that I'm worried about. They're thinking too. Like, their hand has to be full of reactive stuff. Like, they didn't Bob, they didn't Reclaimer, they didn't Mox Diamond, they Thoughtseized land. Like, do they just have Spirit Guide, Crop Rotation for depths here, but they know about the Force of Will, so that's not going to help them. If that was their plan, then they definitely shouldn't have taken Dark Ritual several turns ago. Oh, can I actually... I might be able to actually win on the spot next turn with this Brainstorm and the extra mana. Yeah, I think if they don't disrupt me here, I actually just win. Crop rotation. What does that do? I'm gonna let this resolve. Like, are they trying to get Blast Zone and set up? But oh, they get Wasteland. Fuck. I'm so dumb. Yeah, I should have countered that. At least dazed it. Is there anything I can do? Damn it. Yeah, I just threw away my win. Like, I had the win next turn, and I was like, yeah, I'll let that resolve. What does that do? it denies me winning the game next turn is what it does, you idiot. Dark Confidant. Well, they played around Daze well enough. Right, this is not where my Force of Will goes. Okay, so how do I win a game where I only have Swamp in play and no additional mana? Like, what Doomsday pile does that? Like, I can't cast Ideas Unbound. God, I'm so mad I didn't force that thing. I'm an idiot. So, 5-card pile. I have to have Thassa's Oracle and also resolve the thing. And I need to get to 2 blue mana. So, Lion's Eye Diamond's probably involved. Wow, this is a disaster. How am I so stupid? Okay, so Ritual Doomsday, and then do I just put a blue source on top and then I Brainstorm into my combo? Is that how we do that? All right, well, let's fucking go. I'm not gonna not play my Doomsday. All right, we just have to do it from 1 mana. So I think that I need... Okay, so if I put an island on top, I'll have 4 cards left in my deck. Then I can cast Brainstorm and put back... Okay, I think I've got this. So we need... Island, LED, a Cycler, Street Wraith, Oracle, and is it Edge of Autumn? Yeah, so let's look at how this would work. So I draw Island. I cast Brainstorm, which draws LED and the 2 Cyclers. This doesn't do it, does it? Oh, wait. Because, yeah. So, draws LED and the 2 Cyclers, and I put 2 back. No, I'm still 1 short. Why aren't there 3 Cyclers in this deck? What if I do this in a different order? What if I draw... No, I need to have a Cycler still around in response to LED. Okay, I Brainstorm putting back Ponder into the pile, and then I'll have 3 mana with LED to cast Ponder and Oracle with no cards left in my library. Okay, this does work. All right, yeah, so Oracle on the bottom. Yes, done. Let's do it. Lock it in. Oracle on the bottom. all of these are getting picked up by Brainstorm, so I don't think the order is super important. So, LED, Edge, Wraith, Island. Okay. Hope I figured that out right. So I have Force of Will back up for this empty deck. Oh my god, they drew Duress. So I have to force Duress pitching Daze. Because if they Duress my Brainstorm, this whole thing doesn't work. I hope they don't have 2 discard spells. Or 2 lands to cast them. Because I need Brainstorm and Ponder for this to work. There's no backup plan. I wish I just forced the crop rotation and won that turn instead. Alright, opponent, come on now. Don't sweat me. I worked so hard to get here. Okay, there's the Duress. I'm gonna force it. Force pitching Daze. They didn't play a black land or a green land, so I don't have to worry about Veil or second discard spell. So let's figure out if I did this right. Okay, here's Island. Now I Brainstorm. And I put back... Wait, did I actually not do it right? No, I think I did. Okay. I put back Ponder and Edge. Yeah, it doesn't matter what cycler I put back. Lion's Eye Diamond. Alright, hold priority. Cycle Street Wraith. Make blue, blue, blue. Alright, this gets the Edge. We cycle Edge. Then we cast Ponder. And Oracle. I've never cast a Ponder with 1 card in my deck. I guess I'll put that on top. I would like to shuffle my library, yes. Alright. Wow, that was hard work. Oh, I feel good about that. I feel like that redeemed some of my earlier messing up easy piles, then I navigated a hard one. So, alright, I am learning, and I hope you are too. On to the final round, playing for 4-1 somehow. On the draw here in the finals, playing for 4-1. This double Ponder Lotus Petal, double Doomsday hand, 2 pair. Do I want to count on Ponder to find Dark Ritual or green sources? Or green sources, black sources? I'll try it. And this hand is insulated against a Thoughtseize. Oh god, it's not insulated against a Chalice of the Void. Oh yikes. So I get to put in Island. Fuck. There's no reason to keep playing this, right? I guess if I draw Dark Ritual off the top, but they can still draw a million. Okay. Straight Dumpstered by Show and Tell. Maybe I'm supposed to concede to the Show and Tell or not put anything in. Wow, that sucked. Alright, so Force of Negation coming in. Do I want Veil of Summer? Like, they're gonna combo first. This is not an Uro matchup. Like, there's no time for Uro. Even if my combo doesn't work, theirs is gonna be better and more powerful than Uro. So, probably Veils, maybe? If I have to win a counter war. And maybe not all the Veils, like some of them. And my discard spells are good. Baleful Strix can interact with Grizzlebrand, I guess, technically speaking, but if that happens, we've already lost. Leovold does actually have a lot of power in this matchup. Like, if they cast an early Show and Tell, I put in Leo, they can't draw 7 with Grizzlebrand. Like, that is a big deal. Maybe I don't need all these Veils. Do I even want any? Is it better than Daze? On the draw, I'll keep my, or on the play, I'll keep my Dazes. On the draw, I might switch them to Veils. Okay, this is my deck. Now I know that the old double Doomsday, double Ponder hand is not going to hang here. Awkward. Yes, yes, no. God, if this was Underground Sea, we even have the days. Alright, I'll mulligan. Alright, I can keep this one. And I'm gonna bottom Basic Island because it doesn't help me cast Doomsday. And I have Double Force in this hand. This kind of hand makes me wish Uro was still in my deck, but for the most part, not really. Is there a reason to fetch Bayou, or do I just go mono? I mean, Leovold and one Veil are in the deck, but I'm pretty sure the second C is just better. So far they've seen Basic Island, 2 Underground Seas, Misty Rainforest, and Baleful Strix out of me. They don't know that I'm a combo deck yet. Though, I'm not doing a very good job being a combo deck either. But this hand is pretty solid. In the not dying department. Please jam show and tell. Whop. So I have to assume they have another show, or they have they didn't have a counter spell, so oh nice. So do I even brainstorm? I think I just Thoughtseize. Show me your moves. 2 sneaks. Oh geez. Alright, so do I want to fight through all these enablers? Or do I want to... I actually can't. I actually have exactly enough to fight through the enablers. Yeah, I think I want to strip the show and tell. And then I can force, though if they find another mana source over the next 2 turns for Flusterstorm, this doesn't work. I could just take the Emrakul and hope to fade forever. Yeah, I think that might actually just make more sense somehow. Now the question is, do I want to fight over Sneak Attack, or do I want to let them have it and fight over cantrips for monsters? Guess I should probably cast this one at least. And if I draw a land, I can hold up Hardcast Force of Negation for the next Sneak Attack. No, I want to have protection. So this might be an end-step Brainstorm turn. Okay, I don't want Cavern. Ponder's fine. Alright, so I think I actually do want to cast Ponder, even though it does lose my blue card for Force. I am interested in comboing, because Baleful Strix is not going to beat their hand. Alright, so they're going to end up with a Sneak Attack here. But if they have a land, it was going to resolve anyway with the Fluster. Alright, yeah, so they could have Flustered anyway. Now I just have to hope they didn't draw a monster immediately. Though that Flusterstorm is going to be insane against Doomsday. Can Strix even attack? I think it has to. Like, I just have to hope that I fade for a while. I can hardcast Force of Will. Not that it matters anymore. Maybe I'm supposed to be putting out Lotus Petal to reduce Storm for when I go for the Doomsday. Okay, now I'm playing around Flusterstorm. Keep bricking. Keep bricking. Just keep bricking. Just keep bricking. What's happening? Casting Blood Moon. Alright, so I'll fetch my basic swamp. I'm not going to fight over this. Duress, huh? And this can at least take the Flusterstorm. Get me set up for when it's time to pop. They are at 7, so... But they do get to attack with Grizzlebrand. Because I have a tapped creature. Alright. Just do that 7 more times. Edge of Autumn. Yeah, I think I do want to cycle. This is going to give up exactly what I'm doing. Alright, so they know exactly what I'm playing now. I'm not going to duress. I'm going to wait until I draw the Doomsday, then I can duress Ritual Doomsday all at once. Assuming I'm still alive at that point. Oh, come on, Baleful Strix, coast to coast. Not helpful. I wonder if Baleful Strix should be on blocking duty at any point, but I think that just attacking is worth so much more than that. Oh, double the clock. Personal Tutor. Do I use my pedal to cast that? And I don't really have any backup. It might just be better as Force of Will fuel. Yeah, I have to start forcing cantrips, I think. Alright, well, gotta fade 2 more draw steps. There was a time they were at like 12, and the Strix brought them down to 4. So just keep bricking. No! Oh, yes, that's fine. Don't care at all. Doesn't matter. Okay, so I'll check them with Duress this turn. Okay, the Veil is interesting because I actually can cast it. But let me just check. I mean, if they had a cantrip, they would cast it. Their hand's probably like Show and Tell land. Alright, I'll take the Spell Pierce. And then just hope I don't lose. Gotta fade 1 draw step. I can force a cantrip. They have to draw an actual monster. Oh my god. Don't do it to me. Heartbreak City or Victory Lap. There's only 2 ways this goes. Yes! Wow. That's why I don't play Sneak and Show. Sometimes they turn 1 you. This match has actually been a study in Sneak and Show. Like game 1, they turned 1 me and I had no chance. Game 2, they did what they wanted to and it just didn't work. But going back to my Thoughtseize, I took Emrakul instead of trying to fight through their enablers. That was the key decision that game, and I am proud of it. Alright, so Days. Though, Veil gets a whole lot worse knowing that they have Blood Moons, but they might take them out because they thought I was some sort of fair deck. But now they know I'm a Blood Moon deck. That might change the equation a little bit. I actually think Consign is reasonable. Like, if we get into another one of those situations where, like, maybe I want to bounce a Blood Moon, or maybe they stick Sneak Attack, but they can't do anything with it, and So returning it to their hand would slow them down a turn. Definitely don't want Uro if they have Blood Moons. Though Uro would have been nice that game, but Strix did it by itself. Is Daze the cut, though? Daze is pretty good in this matchup. I would like to make fun of Strix, but I don't think I'm allowed anymore. It did so much. Alright, on the draw, maybe less Daze. Okay, I'm gonna do this. And it sucks that we're dancing around this Blood Moon, because I would really like Veils to counteract Flusterstorms. This is a keep. I have Force Blue card and Duress. Multiple interactive elements. Oh, they kept 7. I hate when they do that. So because their deck is so explosive, I think I do want to Duress on turn 1. Normally I would want to Ponder first, get set up, and then Duress a little later. But they're a deck that can kill me before... Like, if they were just some, like, Miracles deck, I would save this Duress until I'm ready to go off, but... Thoughtseize was the entire game last round, or last game. So, let's try to do a similar thing. Do I want to fetch Underground Sea to do it? No, I don't think so. Sneak Attack, Omniscience, and Show and Tell. And Grizzlebrand. Okay, so they just have like the full Circle Jerk checkmate. I'll take Show and Tell, because that's the one they can cast this turn. And Omniscience is a dead card without Show and Tell. Grizzlebrand is live with either one. So now I need to win the fight over this Sneak Attack. If they have Lotus Petal to cast it this turn... Oh, they had a second Show and Tell. That's pretty fucked up. Well, alright. Force pitching Ideas Unbound does not feel good because that ruins a lot of my Doomsday piles. But I think I need to ponder more. Counterspell. Discard spell. Yeah, I think I gotta ponder. Gotta shuffle. Oh, so close, and yet so far. Yeah, we're not gonna win this one. It is gonna cost them their City of Traders to get Sneak Attack into play, unless they have Lotus Petal. Gonna get a turn to operate. Oh, another one. Wow, that's so fucked up. Okay, I mean, that is what it is. But I put in Strix. What can I draw? Not that. Alright. Sometimes they just have 5 enablers. Plus Grizzlebrand. That makes up for last game. We're even, opponent. Yeah, okay. Alright, got absolutely shit murdered by a faster combo deck. Okay, so somehow strung together a positive record in that league despite making multiple grievous mistakes with Doomsday. But hopefully, like I said, I was learning while I made those mistakes. As long as you learn from your mistakes, they're fine. It is impossible to play this deck. I would even say well, much less perfectly, on your second outing with it. So if you're planning on playing this deck, get your reps, read articles, do your homework, because figuring it out on the fly is hard. And honestly, like, this was me after reading some articles. Like, I really didn't come in ice cold, and I still was, like, making pretty preposterous errors. So do your homework, get your reps, figure out if this is a deck for you. And then, after you do that, I don't think I would play the bug version. Like there were a couple games where Uro looked cool, where it like distracted my opponent, or they didn't quite know what they were doing in round 2 and or game 2, and then like, but there were also games where we lost because Bayou doesn't make blue or because Trop doesn't make black. Like I think this should just be a blue-black. Like commit yourself to the combo. That's probably the best way to build this deck right now. But I did have fun. Unfortunately, Evolve never showed up. Uro did, but wasn't phenomenal. And we did have a lot of exciting games, win and lose. This was a good league for the highlight or low light reel, depending on what you think. But positive record, I'll take it. Chris, thanks for submitting the deck. Everyone, if you want me to play your deck, I'll try to play it better than this, but feel free to submit a deck donation deck list, and I'll see you all next time.